Hello everyone, my name is Katie and today I'll be showing you guys how to build a spooky house in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've recently been really into optical illusion builds and I've been playing with it a little bit and I came up with this cool spooky house design. If you don't know what an optical illusion is in Animal Crossing, it's basically when you're building something to look like a certain thing at one angle but at other angles it actually doesn't look that way. I'm sure you've seen some really creative builds in the past, but this is just my little take on a spooky house because let's be honest, in this house, Halloween starts on August 1st. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below when you feel comfortable celebrating fall and Halloween. I've already been spookifying my island and most of it is fall themed, but I'm starting to dip into the Halloween stuff already, which it's probably way too soon. But I really wanted to show you guys this build because it's beautiful. So before we get started, I just want to say if you love Animal Crossing's New Horizon content, please give this video a like and consider subscribing because I have a lot of stuff coming your way very soon. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys my little clip of me building the spooky house. I'm going to show you all the steps it took, all the items I used, and all of that. So let's go! Also, if you've never had an iced coffee out of a Detective Pikachu Slurpee cup from 7-Eleven, you haven't lived your best life. So the items that I used for the spooky house build are 13 simple panels. So 6 of these are going to be with my special design that I made, and the code for this design is going to be in the link down in the description below. It's pretty much just a simple window and shutter design. It's very easy. You can make your own if you don't really like my design or if you want some different colors and that sort of stuff. You can really do whatever you want. You can also build other types of buildings with this design. It's not just particularly a spooky house. It can be any kind of house. And then 7 of those simple panels will need to be fully black. So you're going to want to make just a full black design and then customize your simple panels. And of course these simple panels are going to be the ones with the black borders as well. You need 2 kids tents in the black coloration. You need 1 black and gray silo. You need 2 loft beds with the desk, and that is the black variant. Of course you need some spooky decor to decorate the outside of your house, and you can do whatever you want with this. Be creative. As for the landscaping for this design, you're going to need to build a chunk of land that's 7 blocks wide, so 7 of the squares within the game. That's the width, and then it needs to be 5 squares deep. And then on top of that piece of land, you need to build another cliff that is 5 squares wide and 2 squares deep. So the first thing that I did is I got on top of the very top cliff and I placed one of the kids' tents. I like to put it where the window part is facing towards your view of the island. I like that it looks like an actual house window. You can really put it at any angle, but I like the window facing out, and then I placed the other tent right next to it with 1 little square in between the 2. And then I played a guessing game of which simple panels I was using. I really didn't organize it in my storage good enough at all. So like I said, I had 7 of the panels with the black design and then 6 with the purple shutter and window design. So a lot of this clip is me playing the guessing game trying to figure out which simple panel to use. They all look the same. I wish there was some way to tell them apart in the storage without doing all of this. But basically I placed the first black panel at the very edge of the bottom cliff, and then I sort of just went in line. I tried putting them in an order that I thought would look the most realistic, and you'll actually notice in a second I realized I messed up. I meant to put just 1 purple shutter thing by itself up here, and then you'll see in a moment. So I placed that final simple panel. Like I said, I did mess up, but I came back later to fix it. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I really built the structure to make this look like an actual house. I then dropped the black and gray silo to the very back of the cliff. It's not on top of the top cliff. It's actually still on that 1 chunk of land that I said was 7 squares wide and 5 squares deep. That's just gonna go behind everything in the middle of the 2 tents, and it's gonna act as like somewhat of a roof at a certain angle. The top of the silo is all you're gonna see from a far away angle, and I think it really adds some nice structure so it doesn't look like a big block. Like, it actually looks a little bit more like a well architectured house. Is architectured a word? I don't even know. But let's see. This is when I start putting down the loft beds with the desk. So like I said, I used a custom design for the bed part of these, that purple that you see. I actually just looked up the word purple on the creator portal, so I don't have the actual code for this design. If you look at purple, you can find it, or you can do whatever kind of colors you want. I just thought the stripes kind of made it look like a little bit of a roof pattern. So as you can see, I put the 2 loft bed desks side by side, kind of centered with the square, with the chunk of land. And I left 1 square in between the 2 beds. It was not my idea to use these loft beds with desks. That's what the item name is called. It wasn't my idea to use those. I actually saw someone else doing it online I think they used it for like skyscrapers. You can use it for a lot of different buildings. So this wasn't entirely my idea by any means. I just don't know exactly who started this. I've just seen it around online. But I did put a black simple panel between the two beds to kind of cover up that land that you see, because we want to make sure we can't see any of the cliffs, because then it would look unnatural. I put down the purple shutter and windows panel in front of the loft beds. You're gonna put 2 in front of the loft beds side by side. Oh yeah, this is when I realized I messed up. So I used up all of my purple panels at the top cliff. This is what I was talking about. I realized I put them all in the wrong order, so let me show you how I fixed it and how it's really supposed to look. So this is where I went in and I actually fixed it. So you do need to have a black panel on the left, but not the very left of the cliff. You need to have it right where it's not quite over the edge. You'll see right here there's some space left on that cliff there. You need to center the purple shutters and window panel with the window above it on the kids tent. That way it looks a little bit more even. Then we place a black panel after that. So you're really just gonna have 2 of the purple panels on the top cliff. Another black panel, and of course we're going to center everything with another purple panel under the kids' tent window. Playing the guessing game with the simple panels. There we go, we got the purple one up, and then we had to finish it off with the black simple panel. I had to build myself a little cliff next to this so I'd have room to place it in the right spot. A lot of that happens with these builds, like you're going to have to build temporary cliffs and stuff, that way you can put things in the right place and have room to build and stuff. So I did have to do that. I just demolished the cliff later, but this is what needed to be done to get that last black panel up. So there we go. Then we could go to the very bottom and finish off the stuff with the loft beds. So we placed a black panel here on the very edge to cover that cliff. We went to the other side and put another black panel down. I really liked how I was able to truly cover all of the land. In the final results, you can't see the land like at all at most angles, and it's so cool. So that black panel went there, and then I could finally put that final purple panel in front of the loft bed to really make it look like a whole group of windows. And I felt like the loft bed at the top sort of looked like a roof or a balcony, you know, like it looks like somewhat of a gate. And this is the final result from far away. So you do have to put it at this angle. I'll show you guys what it's like when you're walking up to the spooky house. But can you see what I mean by, like, you have the structure from the 2 kids' tents. It looks like 2 little roofs. You have the round roof from the silo. You have all the black panels. It looks like a black painted house with the purple shutters and the windows. I put some little green squiggly designs. I don't know, I just felt like green and purple are somewhat of a spooky theme. And then we put the spooky trees and some spooky lanterns on the outside to decorate. I'm probably going to decorate around this a little bit more. And I'm thinking about doing an island tour soon of all the spooky stuff and fall themed stuff I've been creating lately. So if you're interested in that, please leave a like on this video and let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe so you won't miss it. Turn on those notifications. You guys know the drill. But I thought this turned out so well. So of course if you walk next to it or behind it, it doesn't look like a house. It's pretty obvious. But from a lot of angles, it actually really does look like a spooky house. So this is what it's like as you're walking up through Sleepy Hollow. That's what I like to call it. And you come up on this spooky black and purple house. I love how the simple panels actually have somewhat of a texture to them. You can notice with the black panels, I just did a fully black design, but it leaves somewhat of a weird finish on it that almost looks antique or old in some way. So it really freaking works, and you can do a lot of stuff with these kinds of designs. You can make all sorts of different buildings. I've actually been working on a circus tent I might show you guys soon, and I just overall love this theme. So I hope you guys will take this idea and sort of spin it. You can either create an exact replica of mine, or you can try some other buildings. If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. You can tag me on Twitter and Instagram. Those will both be linked in the description as well. And yeah, good luck everyone. I can't wait to post some more Animal Crossing New Horizons content. This is actually my first ever Animal Crossing video, but I've played for almost 700 hours at this point. I've been playing since launch, and I've always been very passionate about the game. I was a Pokemon Go channel, and I'm sort of transitioning into a new game and a new style of content now. So I'm so excited to start this journey, and it's so nice to meet you guys if you're coming here for the first time. And I guess that wraps it up for now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!